Hey guys, this is Leah Cook with Confident Companions. Today what I want to talk about is going to be paychecks. So in the training program, you're going to commonly hear me refer to your dog's treats as paychecks. And the reason that I do this is because that's going to help you remember that difficult jobs require really good paychecks. So on the handout that I've sent you in an email, you're going to see two categories, reinforcers and distractions, and they're separated into other categories which are gold, silver, and bronze. So the way that I want you to start thinking about reinforcers is going to be really high value ones, middle of the road reinforcers, and then what I commonly refer to as the dog's standard hourly rate. Okay, so typical gold reinforcers for dogs are going to be meaty products, cheese, steak, boiled chicken, things like that. Then I want you to think about the bronze level reinforcers, okay? Because when you do both of the extremes, it helps you, narrow down what the middle of the road cookies are. So let's think about bronze for a second. For most dogs, that's going to be kibble or dry bag treats from, pet stores like PetSmart and Petco. Sometimes banana chips. Some dogs might think vegetables or fruit are bronze level reinforcers. So silver treats are usually the pre-bagged treats that you can get from the pet stores that are chewy. They're soft, breakable, they're kind of stinky. Sometimes they'll be fish or lamb, beef, but they add a little bit more value than the dry treats, but they're also not as high as your real meat treats and cheese and things like that. And then what I want you to think about on the other side of the page is going to be your distractions. So you've got gold, silver, and bronze level distractions that you have to think about as well. So for your dogs, probably other dogs and people, maybe even cars, are going to fall into that gold level category for things that are really difficult for them to handle. Bronze level distractions, it might be something as simple as a leaf blows across the street. They might see a squirrel outside, something like that, or a car goes by. But bronze level distractions should be really, really easy for the dog. Silver, for most dogs, it might be, a squirrel or a dog that goes by at 300 feet away. That might, pique their interest, but it's definitely not a gold level distraction, which might be a dog or person passing at less than 100 feet away. So just think about things that reinforce your dog, things that you can quickly reinforce the dog for, behaviors that they do. You want it to be something they can quickly receive and so that you can move on to the next repetition. With the distractions, you want to think about things that are going to affect this training program. There's probably a lot of things that distract your dog, but I want you to focus on the ones that are pertinent to this training program that you're doing with me. So what we need to do from there is going to be learning how to appropriately pair reinforcers to distractions, because I hear it all the time that, well, I've tried treat training, or I've tried treats and it didn't work for me. And what typically happens is somebody takes a dry cookie off the shelf at PetSmart and they try to work on a gold level distraction with their dog. Well, they're bringing a silver or bronze paycheck to the table and asking their dog to do a gold level job. You have to learn how to pair reinforcers and distractions appropriately in order to use reward-based training effectively. So that's what this worksheet is going to help you do. So if you are going into an environment with gold level distractions, all you have to do is look across the table or the worksheet that I gave you, and you're going to see that you need gold level paychecks as well. If you are in an environment like your kitchen and you're working on your basic behaviors like eye contact and sit, which is probably going to be in the majority of the programs that I'm working on with you, okay, you need to be paying the dog with a bronze level paycheck. Okay, they shouldn't be getting gold level paychecks in the kitchen. All right, and you'll have to excuse me because my puppy is thinking about eating a rock. Okay, good care. Okay, let's go over here. Good care. Okay, pardon me. All right, so like I was saying, if you're in the kitchen, you need to be using your dog's bronze level reinforcer, standard hourly rate, because when you ask them to do a really difficult job, you want them to have some incentive about doing what you're asking them to do. If you pay your dogs in $100 bills all the time, regardless of what they're doing, you're going to create what I call a trust fund baby. Okay, and we probably all know at least one of those people, right? Okay, they have no incentive to work. If you are going to use reward-based training, you can't give your dog, you know, a chewy here, a chew stick when I come home, a chew stick when I leave. You know, I give you extra food, all this kind of stuff, and then expect them to want to work for food when the training time comes. Okay, so anyway, if you are in a bronze level distracting environment, or in an environment with bronze level distractions, you need a bronze level paycheck for the dog. If you're in an environment with gold level distractions, you need gold level paychecks. And silver distractions, silver paychecks. You know, getting a really good treat bag with different pockets on it, that can be a really helpful thing too, because as we all know, when we're training out in the wild, as I call it, things constantly change. All right, nothing's going on, and then all of a sudden, here's a person with their dog. Okay, well, you just went from bronze level paychecks and bronze level distractions to gold all of a sudden, and you need to have those paychecks available to your dog so that you can use reward-based training effectively and efficiently. Okay, because you're putting a lot of time, money, and effort into this training program, and I want you to get the most out of it as quickly as possible so that you and your dog can live a better and more harmonious life together. If you have any questions about how to pair reinforcers to distractions, all you have to do is send me an email or post a comment down below. I really suggest that you watch the follow-up video to this, which is going to teach you how to let your dog decide what paycheck is more valuable to them, because we don't get to decide. Okay, it's just like we don't want our boss choosing you know, what he thinks we want to get paid with. We want to decide that. Okay, so we definitely need to let our dogs decide that as well. So if you want to hop on over to the next video, I'm going to show you how to let your dog decide what their most valuable paychecks are so that we can use our training effectively and efficiently. Thank you for watching.